live with it. So that's what, when I realized, like, a song like I Adore You, I had actually hired a producer named Edwin Ramos. He's from Bridgeport. And so I put it in his hands to do the tracking. And so what you're hearing, is you'll hear Edwin on the production, and then you'll hear my wife and my daughter, my wife Lenora.
Are they doing background?
Yes, they are.
Sound like Alita State,
doesn't it?
And I thought about that. I was like, when did Alita do this?
Yeah, well, no, that wasn't her.
Hey, Alita.
But it's all relative, right?
Right.
So that's I don't even know how that happens, but it does. But as we mentioned, Alita, we said that she co-wrote "You've Got It That Way," track number 2. And I think I might have mentioned that, and the information's on the CD. And so we're moving along. We're in between production right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we're very we're happy, and sometimes you have to take your time and get it right and take it another direction.
So you're working on more new music?
Say that again, please.
You're working on more new music?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I have a ton of songs. It's just a question of how the flavors now.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I let touch it? You know what I mean? Who can bless it and bring something different to it? Sometimes you have to go to a couple of people and say, that's good, but that's not it.
Yeah.
But you know when it happens, it's like magic.
Well, and speaking of that, you're saying that you're taking some songs and you're redoing them.
Reproduce, yes.
But how do you know what works together? Like, what makes a good EP of Earl Whitaker's music?
Well, I mean, it's organic. I mean, it's like you know when it happens. Sometimes you don't have a formula. You just know that's not going to work, or you can do better. You know, it's not that scientific for me. But I'm learning the more people that I can trust to put on it. You know, I can get something, even to just an ingredient here and an ingredient there. You know what I mean? Makes all the difference. You know, it's like spices. You know,
yeah.
It's like if you like salt, you know, you like salt. Some people like a lot of it. You know what I mean? But it's not for everybody.
Now, with this song, I Adore You, it does sort of have that 80s feel, that 80s bounce.
Yes.
But in a way, it's kind of, I guess, a classic sound, because it really doesn't sound any different from a lot of R&B that we're hearing now.
Yeah. Isn't that's something? That's why I had to get somebody else's ears on it other than my own, because you just have to open up and learn. You know what I mean? You can learn, like I said, you can learn what to do and you can learn what not to do. Don't ever do that again. That didn't work, you know, but these different flavors, you know, sometimes you have to trust, you know, and I did. I'm glad I did. And I'm glad I incorporated my daughter, Selena Hobby. Hi, Selena. Like we won't hear the end of it if I don't speak to her. But,
yes,
but she and who else did I put on You Make My Day is my grandson, Julius. He was 11 at the time.
Right.
So we always try to incorporate family, whether they choose that as a life, you know, or
a profession.
Yes. Then that's up to them. But at least they have something some work that they put in and they can reflect back on, and between myself and them, you know what I mean, that we can have between us.
Now, you started playing at how old?
Oh my goodness. It was like 11. Excuse me. But I was going to the Lily of the Valley Church. It's on Henry Street. It's no longer there. But if you know where the old Cardinals used to be, it was right next door to there. And so
it was a storefront church.
Pretty much. And so but the thing was, the attraction was that the soundtrack nightclub was across the street, so which had bands from across the country.
Right.
The Ike and Tina Review, you know, the Hustlers at the time. Or the gentleman from New Haven, the Untouchable Machine Shop.
Right.
Remember Phil Brown? And God bless him, and thank you for everything, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
We miss them always.
Yeah. They're still at it, too. Like, what are they going to do?
Well, when they had the restaurant over the past year, they were bringing in a lot of live music, and it was great.
Yeah. And
Miss live music.
I think they're still doing it, and they're doing an event at the Knickerbockers. I don't know the exact date
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I don't remember the exact date, but anyway.
Hit me up, Phil.
He was instrumental in teaching me how to be a band leader, playing with
In what
Phil.
way?
Because I played with Phil with the Untouchable Machine Shop also.
Okay.
Along the way, we played with different. So he taught me like how to, be a band leader, be responsible with the money, and keep detailed notes of who you give money to. Like we would do like play at different places, like mostly in the Northeast. And he would like if we're staying like playing 3 nights, the first night we do like a draw from your pay, from your weekend pay. And I remember there was a gentleman, Bobby Earl. I know most of you out there who know the Untouchable Machine Shop know Bobby Earl. Yeah. I played with them. First time I played with them in Dorchester, Mass. And so they would run a tab. So at the end of the tab, it was my first night. I really wasn't drinking or doing anything. But at the end of the night, I had a tab that said Earl. So he left off the Bobby and just left me with like $60 tab. So he's like, you live and learn, you know what I mean, as you go.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
unforgettable experiences.
I'm sure. And so how did you, as an adult, start to keep the music going, like making it nationwide and then having the following that you do in Europe?
Yeah, it's amazing. There was no really floor plan for that. It was you just keep going. Another
organic thing.
Yes,
right?
That's all I have. Is you just keep moving, keep it moving, and sometimes I couldn't see the growth, but there was a reaction to me, and some of it was good, but not all of it was good because I was insecure and sometimes aggressive as a defensive mechanism because if you feel like
protecting yourself.
Yeah.
It's not an easy industry to be in.
No, it's not. And if you're coming up here, then there are people ahead of you already.
Right.
And then there's only so many jobs. And if it's a threat, if you start taking jobs or getting jobs, but in this sense of like freshness and things being new, then you're a newcomer,
right? And
you're going to go through your paces, but people want to hear something new too. And especially, I hope I was good at what I was doing. They want to hear something, something good. Yeah, but I got to say, I was very defensive, sometimes disrespectful to the point of just protecting myself, misunderstanding exactly what was happening.
What was going on,
what I was being thrown into.
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah, it really
different.
Is. Yeah.
So how many instruments do you play?
Oh, no, I just play guitar. That's all I'm going to own. I can't really. Now, on keyboards, like in some of the songs, I play string parts, but you can slow it down and play your parts. And I write string parts. I hear all that stuff in my head, but in real time, I'm not. That's not my. My forte.
You're not. That's not your strong suit.
No, it's not at all. But I know it. So sometimes you can get, and that I hope we talk about later on, especially from the "You Make My Day" CD. You can find the right people, who can help you express what you're saying. Like my friend Andy Abel, who's our co-producer with ABEL, and he out of Torrington. I'm sorry. Oh God, what did I say? Torrington. Now I'm gonna forget. But it's right out of Bridgeport. Anyway, it was a godsend to meet him because we had wholly different flavors, and he's a guitarist, so he understood that part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I think what really helped us create a bond was when, as a guitarist, I'm recording on my track, and I'm like, Andy, give me more of this and more of that. And he never said no. He just said, "You sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Just give me more of this and give me more of that." And then what happens? You do your session. And then if you get home 2:00, 2:30, 3:00, and you beat, and you just lay down, and you put the headphones on, and you go, "Oh my God, what did I do?" But he never deterred me. And I'll come back and say, "Okay, well, we got to do that again."
Yeah, this is not what I was thinking at all. Yeah, right.
But I love that part. Like, you sure? Here's more rope. You know what I mean? So. But I love it. That's just the examples of the people that you meet along the way.
So, are you the sole? You're not the sole musician on "I Adore You" because that was something that was done in '84. So, who were the folks that worked on it then, and then who helped you reposition it?
Oh, I adore you. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't play anything on this version.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that was all Edwin Ramos, and he's done work with.
But now the other version, the first version.
Yeah, I played too many things on there. That wasn't gonna work. We put it out there and they put it back.
Is that why you kind of like just held on to it?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of one reason I did put it on YouTube, but it's like I'd like to say we put it out there and they put it back. So, if you think about how many years ago that was,
yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just, you live and you learn. And I knew it was a good song because everybody would hear it in its raw form, just with guitar and vocal. They, oh, man, you got to put that out. So I figured I was gonna put it out myself, and
didn't work.
There stayed, yeah. So.
Didn't work.
But Edwin did a great job. He did a masterful job, and like I say, I like to shout him out. Like he's did work with Mary J on and a few other artists. I can't think of them all right now, but he's a great musician and producer.
Well, it's interesting because I think the people who work in music in Connecticut are probably the music business's best kept secret.
Yeah, secret weapon.
Yeah. Because there are so many people who do very high end work.
Yes.
And they live in Waterbury, in New Haven, in Wallingford,
Yes.
And we don't necessarily hear about them because they're really on the fine end of things. Sometimes their names end up on album covers.
And sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But they've done the work, and I guess it doesn't matter to them because they get the check.
Yeah, but you get to associate with the people on the high end who produce from the record industry. People hire you to come in and do sessions.
Right.
They remember you. But what I'm really proud of, and a lot of these gentlemen, I don't know, the younger guys, is that how driven they are, and when you find how young they are, and there is a whole different. I wish that was available for me when I was younger, when I was that age, because a lot of stuff was like you keep everything to yourself or your contacts, and some of us older guys were guilty of that stuff, like not bringing in the new blood. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, and exposing them to the way things are.
But why do you think that is? Or was?
Well, I can't really, I don't know for a fact, but it seemed to me like just if I get a break, I'm protecting that. I'm not allowing anybody else to get on. I'm going to keep everything. And it just doesn't work. You can't.
It doesn't work that way. Can't do it.
No, you have to, but it's a great joy to see these younger guys out here. I mean, I don't want to say younger. I mean, in the upper 20s and stuff like that out there and touring and you pop up on the NBC morning show, the outdoors thing. They pop up, you're like, wow, go ahead.
That's so-and-so.
Yeah. And then, and they might have played with me 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
So they're humble too. You know what I mean? That's a great formula.
You're listening to the show on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. Broadcasting live from downtown New Haven. We're streaming live on TuneIn Radio and newhavenindependent.org. We're also streaming live video on Facebook Live. Just go to New Haven Independent. No, I got it backward. You would think by now I'd know it, right? Just go to facebook.com/New Haven Independent, or just go to your Facebook page and look us up. My name is Michelle Turner, and this is the show. And in the studio with me is New Haven's own Earl Whitaker. Now, Earl, who are some of the people that you've played with locally and nationally?
Goodness.
Can you name a couple of folks?
Well, locally, I might have played with it just about whoever there is to play with. From Phil Brown to Mr. Bobby Winters, who used to teach at Yale at Hill House. I'm gonna miss somebody. There's Carnegie Clapp out of Waterbury. Judson Watts. I mean, there's uh, the guys who played on my CD, the Chris Herbert, this great saxophonist, Willie Moore, great bassist, Steve Clark, a great bassist out of Bridgeport, James Moore, who we're praying for him right now. I do love you, James. And who else can I think of? J. Rowe, the keyboard player, and you might know him from there always plays with Ronnie Lawrence.
Yeah, a lot.
You know, and yeah, he did a great job on and everything. And so I'm trying to broaden it out. Who else? I don't think that I actually toured a lot. I'm fortunate to be able to travel and do things like myself, but it'll come to me. Some more names will come to me if that's okay. I mean, right. They will. I know they will. But
here's Happy Holidays. That is Earl Whitaker on vocals. The tune's entitled Happy Holidays. Now, Earl, that's something you wrote, right?
Yes.
How long ago? You said 80s earlier. Really?
Mm.
But it is classic.
No,
I mean, in the respect that it is something that is a tune that will go through time.
Yeah, I'm hoping that. Yeah, I like the fact of the simple lyrics, you know, and the melody, and so in that case,
it's catchy.
Yeah, well,
I know that's the point, but
yeah,
you know,
I
mean, it's not anything that's difficult.
Right. So hopefully, you know, and the thing too is like when you put out a song, you have to have resources,
right?
So you want to go natural. If you don't have a label, you're not on a label, then you have to have financial resources in order to put out a national release.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nationwide. So, you know, it gets to give yourself a shot.
But now, has this era of putting out music online, has that been a blessing or a curse to you? Well, not so much to other artists. I'm talking about you.
I have to say a blessing because I would not be transporting myself back and forth to England, to Scotland, you know what I mean, to these different places that I've never been before. like what happened when we released "You Make My Day" in October of 16, and I used Facebook, but I wasn't no aficionado, so I'm getting tagged and posted. And I don't know what that means, because it's happening so frequently, like one after the other, and these different people like that I've never heard of, and it's like I'm tagged. Your music is playing here. I'm like, so like like 5, 6, 7, 8, then 10, 20, then 30, 40, and 50, and then it gets into the 100, and then you're like, what is going on? And then I look around, and you're on the United Kingdom Soul chart, which is a big thing over there.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So, and what you realize is that there's a new flavor of music here, to say the least. You know what I mean? I don't disrespect it. It's just it's kind of automated. That's not a good word. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to. It's simplified, but like it's not like live instruments a lot. It's just, you know what I'm saying. It's synthesized.
Yeah,
and it works for some, but all the classic stuff that you don't even know you miss because it got just shipped out. It's all over there. So then I realized where people are changing their name over in the United Kingdom to add the word soul. Soul. I mean, legally changing their name.
Really?
Yes.
So that their music can be played?
Because they love the music.
Wow.
Yeah, they love it so much they want to change your name to it.
And
that
obviously
blew my mind when I went over when I saw that, and they just took me in, and so I probably told you this, but the way I got to do a BBC's cruise, the Soul Summer Soul Cruise, and with the DJ, Mr. John Leach from the BBC Radio.
You did not talk about that the last time you were here.
British Broadcasting. He's playing my stuff, so everybody's like, "You got to get John Leach to play it because the BBC plays it. Everybody else follows suit." They're the big dogs, So and he heard it and he played it. And then he's playing it, and the other stations who weren't playing it are playing it. So they start doing the Summer Soul Cruise announcements. And so I emailed him, and I, asked him if I call him. I call him up, and we talk. And he's like, "Well, we're booked." I said, "What if I fly over on my own dime?" I said, "Can I be on the cruise then and perform?" He's like, "Yeah, why not?" And so that's what I did. But what happened? By getting over, I got. On my way over there, by making a commitment, I got 3 weeks of free advertisement, because of being on the cruise.
Yeah.
And it looks bigger than life, but so it's not always the dollar. The dollar is very important, but it's not always the dollars. You got to open your hand to make some money sometimes too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's investing in yourself, right?
Absolutely.
It's investing
if you don't believe, who else is going to believe?
Right. And sometimes you have to spend money to make money.
May I just say, I'm thinking these names.
Sure.
Mr. Roy Alexander. Yeah. See, I'm forgetting again. But Ron Wilson, Randy Boss. Randy Boss is a trumpet player. He's from way back. We're Brass and Steel. You familiar with him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's Randy Boss. Yeah. Phil Evans. All these people who help and play on tracks. I mean, like I mentioned, the Moores, the Willie Moores, the James Moores, and Mark Moore, and all these guys. So we become a bit of a musical a group of our own around New Haven, and I wish we would play together more. But everybody's got their. We're all. Yeah, I'm in my 60s now, so we can't always do what we want to do and have the free time we used to have.
Yeah.
But I'm going to think of some more names too. So we're going to do this in pieces, okay? Because I hate to.
That's fine.
Uncle Alan Thomas. I know you know Alan Thomas.
Yeah.
Uncle Al. That's right. Showed me love all the time. Man. They was always supporting us and calling around the radio stations and harassing them to play the music and stuff. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. That's exactly what I want you to do.
They have to.
So that's fine. Yeah. When you are in Europe, the UK. And let me explain to folks who don't know. The British Broadcasting Company is the communications outlet for the United Kingdom.
Right.
We have what's called the Federal Communications Commission.
Right.
Ours is a body of laws. They regulate television and radio
Right.
and podcasts
There you
and
go.
airwaves.
Yes.
The BBC does that as well,
Mm-hmm.
but there are no private, well, it started out, I don't know what it is now,
Yeah.
but you would have to not only get permission
Mm-hmm.
from the BBC to have a television or radio station or whatever you're doing, just like here.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike here, that media is run by the government. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear BBC, it's the British Broadcasting Company.
Right. Yeah.
And it is the equivalent to our FCC in
Mhm.
some ways.
Right.
In the fact that, again, that they regulate
Mm-hmm.
what goes over the airwaves. But after that, they also control the major television stations, radio stations.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hear, this is the BBC,
Right.
you know, when you hear those newscasts, those
Right.
are actually British Broadcasting Company
Right.
approved
Right.
newscasts.
Yes.
So it is done by the government.
And so imagine
crown.
the shadow they cast. And
Yeah.
And on the other hand, for me, how impressive they had to look from the outside. I just, I knew I had to do it. If there was an opportunity,
Yeah.
you have to do that.
Yeah, because that's, you know, to be on BBC is a big
Yeah.
deal.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the equivalent to doing one of the networks here.
Right. Yes.
So it's a
Yep.
very big deal.
Okay.
So this Soul Cruise.
Yes.
Talk a little bit more about that, because
Oh.
that's interesting.
They-
I guess most of us would not think that the British
Yeah.
would have a soul cruise.
Yeah, that's where all the soul music went. All the vintage soul music, most of it, that's where it went, and they
Mhm.
cherish it. So if we have take a group like Blue Magic, right?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of Blue Magics over there, okay? And then ones from here can go there and tour. There's always work. There's always work. You know what I mean? And so for me to go and for them to accept me
Mhm.
and promote my music it was like I really didn't. It took me a while to absorb that.
Yeah, because
You know?
I'm sure that's a
Mhm.
big deal.
Yeah. But I knew I'd done something good. You know, something good came from my work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so that the thing is that I couldn't have planned for it. But
Right.
you just keep pushing ahead. And now I'm at the age where now I have to pick my spots. Now I can't just do what I want to do every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can't do it as far as energy, my time commitment, and financially. You know what I mean? My what I would have having a family. You know what I mean? What I could afford to use as resources.
Yeah.
From that.
Yeah.
But you keep moving.
Keep moving.
So we got more names. Don't forget before we go. I need to.
Yeah. So you got names on the brain right now?
Yeah, I gotta do my family, or I can't go home.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
Yeah, because I want you to be able to go back to your house.
Yeah, my wife Lenora, 30 years. Lenora, so she's 30 years younger than me. No, she's not. Anyway, but yeah, thank you.
You should have kept that.
You
You
think
should have
so?
said yes. That would have got you bonus points, Earl.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah,
You know that
I
by
know.
now. Come on.
I'm not clicking, but have me back, okay? So there's Julius, who's 16. Like he sang on "You Make My Day," and then we got Wesley actually sang on "Happy Holidays." That's his voice. He was
Okay.
7 when he did that. So
Wow.
that's him in the background with all my high harmonies and stuff like that. Johnny is upset with me because she was supposed to go to do Happy Holidays and ended up somewhere else, and so I owe her. So I love you, Johnny.
Next song, right?
Yeah, we'll bring you in on the next one, and then there's Riley, who's 3, and
Because Riley playing the instruments, yeah.
he sings and he fights. Yeah, so he sings and he fights. But I don't want to forget anybody. So every now and then, please, before we leave,
We'll I'll
check
ask
in
you.
with me, yeah, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
names.
All right.
So, you say that you always have songs, and which I would expect as a musician, as someone who has been involved in
Mhm.
music as long as you have. But what are you working on that you're getting ready to compile to put out to the public?
Well, this is the thing. I want to do better than my last effort,
Hmm.
and that's
But You Make My Day was a
yeah,
nice EP.
yeah. It was. I was blessed to do that, and like I said, to have the help of Andy Abel and Roy Alexander and those guys to come and not only help me, but like, okay, you don't have all the money right now. We can
Yeah.
keep it moving. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Yeah.
and that's everybody needs somebody like that. You know what I mean? Keep moving. And on the other hand, you have to take care of that responsibility in order to keep it going, or you get what you deserve. If
Right.
you don't take care of people who take care of you,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. But we just want to do more work, and like I said, have songs. I just want them to have the right kind of flavor to them. I want to do them justice, and to do that, I'm going to need some help.
So, and I've asked you this before, and I'm going to ask again. So, what songs? All right, I'll describe it.
Okay.
Okay. You're in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You got your finished product.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the only set of ears in the room.
Right.
So, how do you all decide what makes it to the EP?
Wow.
What is it that you all agree on that you say, okay? Because I got to imagine that there's probably quite a few discussions about how come I like this song, why can't we do it?
Yeah.
And this is not commercially viable, and you as the artist is sitting there saying, what do you mean? This is what I've created. It's all commercially viable.
There's that, and then there's like, you've been in the studio 37 times, I got 48 takes of the same song, and they sound the same, and we can't spend any more money on this. This is just, you know what I mean? Because I'm good for that. I'm good for, oh my goodness.
But is that because you're a perfectionist, or?
I hope so. I hope that's what it is. I really do. I hope so. I hope that it's because of that. But even I have to realize when it's like, I have like 47 takes to choose from, and you get punch drunk. You know what I mean? And then
I can imagine.
If you're on a time, like it's time sensitive. Now you gotta you really have to let it fly sometime.
Yeah,
you really do. And then you can do a remix. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not big on remixes. I like to reproduce sometimes.
Okay.
Because I think I have some good songs that are similar to I Adore You, and I'm not locked into a style per se. I'm not locked in. I like the freedom of that, of doing different things and not being locked, just locked into one particular way of expressing myself. I just.
But
I didn't think I had that much to say today. You're really bringing it out of me. I'm like, what are we going to talk about?
That's my job.
No, I can't shut up.
That's what I do, Earl. That's why I have you in. Okay.
I appreciate you having me here.
That's why you're here, so we can have this conversation. Yeah. In thinking about, because you write a lot of songs, right? And I don't want to ask the typical question.
Go ahead.
No, because everybody always asks, well, what's your favorite song? Out of all your songs. And then the musician always says, well, I can't choose a favorite song because they're all like kids. You can't have a favorite kid.
Yeah, I got one.
But secretly, we all know that somebody has a favorite something, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, all right, we'll do it this way.
Okay.
The top 3 songs you like.
Of my own?
Yes.
Well, You've Got It That Way. I really like.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's an older song, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
When did you write 80s? That? Another 80s.
I don't know what was happening.
So you were most inspired, it seems, in the 80s.
Yeah, I imagined. I have no other excuse. I don't have any other excuse. I'm just, stuff was happening, and there's more too. So.
All right, so that's number 1. What's the second favorite?
It might be I adore you.
Okay.
Okay.
And the third?
It's a tie.
Mm.
It's Hey You or Saving All My Love.
Okay. Now,
That's,
why is there a tie with that?
well, I love both of the songs. It's just that I was really, really impressed with the production and the input from J-Ro and Randy Boss.
Okay.
And then Andy Abel. And how it's a fine line. Like at one point that was toward the end of the EP.
Mm-hmm.
So we had developed a bond.
Yeah.
And a trust. And they kind of went with what they were feeling, and it just fit. I knew, like, if I want to, in the last minute, if I want to say, that's it. No, that doesn't. But I never had to do that with the last two songs. And so Jay does it on Hey You. He does a beautiful piano solo in there, and I didn't have anything to say about it. I just could you put a piano solo on it? And he did it, and it was perfect. And so I was just happy with that. And now it's something I have to try to live up to, try to at least match it. You know what I mean? On the next project. But what I want to do too is with I Adore You, is like I said. I adore Happy Holidays. Like we want to make that a tradition, holiday tradition, if we possibly can. I think we can. We just have to take advantage of the best promoter that we can find within our budget and get a good head start on it. We didn't get a good holiday head start on it this year because we're still in production, and so we came out late. But with this year, we'll have God willing, we'll have a jump on it.
So, is Happy Holidays going to be a full CD of Christmas music or holiday music, or is it just that one song?
Well, it's one at a time, and this is where we are. So, my idea is to put it out and push it while producing other holiday music.
Okay,
I want to do that. Yeah,
all right.
But I think this is being done, and we've been pushing it to get it out for a year or so, and that things just keep happening. And so now we finally got it out there, so I can get behind and get a second wind and really make it set sail out there. And
okay.
And that's the dream anyway.
Any more names?
Oh God, give me a minute. I had some. They flew by, but I probably should have been writing stuff down. But go ahead. I'll raise my hand. Is that okay?
Okay. All right.
All right.
So, what do you see differently for Earl Whitaker in this decade, musically?
Yeah, that's a good question because I'm open. It's like I did not see UK. I didn't see that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that. I had no idea. So I like some more of that, please. But in a good way, you know what I mean?
Right.
I just want to do the work and let it the benefits, from it, do good hard work and meaningful work, and the benefits of that, come from that. You know what I mean?
Now, have you, besides the UK, you've played in other places though, on the continent of Europe, right?
Oh, no, not really. Just Scotland and Canada.
Go ahead.
Paul Mills. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I gotta. Yeah, because he took me in over in Scotland when I went over.
Okay.
They made it like financially feasible for me
you
to go because it was cheaper to go to Scotland, right?
Yeah.
And he put me up for like a week and change before I went and did the cruise.
Wow.
And so you go to Scotland. What was it? Okay, round trip. I know I'm going to get this wrong, but round trip from Bradley to Heathrow.
Mm-hmm.
2020 something.
Yeah.
Round trip.
You got to find a cheaper airline, brother.
Well, you know what? There was one called Djibouti, and we turned that down because we wanted to come back. You know what I mean? Djibouti airline. And now it turned out it looks like a legitimate airline, but it was just like, you know what? I'm going to take some chances. It's going to sound better than that. I mean, Djibouti. I was like... So
I'm scared to ask how much those tickets were. Oh, go ahead.
They were cheaper too, so that was another drawback. But where did we go? Oh, Norwegian with Norwegian Airlines, and it was $600 round trip.
Yeah,
to Scotland.
Because my girl Babs always recommends them.
Yeah,
she always talks about how good their prices are.
Yeah, and they're nice. And they're nice people. So $600 round trip to Scotland. Right?
Wow.
And then they got what they call EasyJet. It's $99 from Scotland to London.
But what is that plane like?
Oh, that's easy. Oh, it's cool. It's real cool. It's a shuttle.
Right.
It's a shuttle because there's 20 of them taking off every hour.
It's not that.
No. You got to. You don't have to paddle or push.
All right, just check it because I'm gonna take your recommendations.
Okay, well,
as long as it's not Djibouti.
Djibouti, no. We nixed that. We gotta nip that in the bud. Djibouti Airlines.
But you recommend Norwegian?
Yeah, Norwegian. Yeah, we used them twice. So
cool.
Yeah, but Paul, I have to think he put up with me for a week. He gave me his room. He gave me his master bedroom. And I never forget it. And then took me around Edinburgh, Scotland. Mm-hmm. There was a New Haven, Scotland that we had to go through. It was crazy. It really was. It was very very refreshing to see. And it was now the phone situation over there, cell phones.
Yeah.
You always you can talk to two people, and then you have to do what they call top up, buy more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was the biggest issue. And I just couldn't get that straight for some reason.
Now, how long ago was this? Was this 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay. Because I remember you going.
Yeah, I went. So we went twice, but it was great. But like I said, Paul, he put me up, and all that entails, And so I got some issues with my leg while I was over there, and I get it now sometimes, but it's like a little bit of fluid on the knee kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it limited us from all the places he was trying to take me. We did a lot of walking.
Okay.
But he really was took care of me over there. And then I went over to London and did the cruise. And
who else was on the cruise with you?
There was some other.
Any American artists that we would recognize?
Not on the cruise I was on. No, I think I was the
lone American.
Yes, and the artist. But no, it had to be somebody else but I don't know if they had a record out yet, or they had a new record out. Mm-hmm. It was somebody, but BBC sponsored it. They took care of me. It was really, really nice to me, and then I went back to Scotland and got the other half of my $600 round trip to go back. It really worked out. I don't see how I could have done it otherwise.
So we've got some people saying hello.
Okay.
Timmy Maya says, much love, Earl.
Timmy
Can't
Maya.
wait to hear the new music. And then says, Earl's music is timeless.
Thank you, Timmy.
Carolyn Suggs says, nice to see you and love your music. Kipper and Larry Pittman send greetings.
Thank you so much, everybody.
And thanks, Carolyn. Love you too.
Yes.
Kathleen Cooper Thompson says, congratulations, Earl. You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Annette Spite Harris says, hello, Cousin Earl Whitaker.
Hi, sweetie.
And hey, Annette. And Barbara Augustine says, you look great, Earl.
Hey, I washed up. Love you, Barbara.
So you clean up nice,
yes,
right?
That's right.
You clean up nice.
Thank you, Barbara.
So let's get back to more UK for this decade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the God willing.
That's the plan.
Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
God willing, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't see this coming. So, yeah. So that's what I want to do. So we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna try to go in the studio.
Are you gonna release the Christmas music over there?
I did. We released it.
Okay.
Yeah, we were able to do it. They took it first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I was like, okay, well.
Wasting time. Give us that music.
Yeah. Well, there's a financial aspect too. Like, so we have the little ones in the house, and then Christmas comes, and and then the unexpected things. You know what I mean? So, but we do the best we can, and we're blessed. So we're gonna keep moving, and well, that was really nice to hear from all those people. Thank you so much, everybody.
They're listening.
Yeah,
and you are listening. Just to remind everyone else to the show on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, broadcasting live from downtown New Haven. We're streaming live on TuneIn Radio and NewHavenIndependent.org. We're also streaming live video on Facebook Live. Just go to facebook.com/New Haven Independent. That's facebook.com/New Haven Independent. Or just go to your own Facebook page and look us up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, in the studio for the last few minutes, Earl Whitaker, New Haven native, who has Christmas music out, has more Christmas music coming out.
Yeah.
Had an EP, You Make My Day. When did you release that? 2018? 2016?
Yes. October 2016.
Okay.
And that kept getting pushed back. We're never going to get it out. And then when the cover came out, I knew we were all good. And that's when I saw the cover art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you got to get Timmy Maya on here because he's the hardest working man in show business.
He is.
He's everywhere.
He is. He's everywhere.
There's two of them.
Yeah, and I got to get Manny James back
Manny
on.
James.
Manny's one of my favorites.
Yes, sir. He's hardworking guy.
And I've been trying to get Phil Brown.
Yeah, I've seen
Babs
him
and I
here.
both.
Was he with Tom? Wasn't he with Tom?
He may have been with Tom Ficklin.
Yeah.
But Babs and I both have been trying to get he and Amoy up here.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll succeed sometime this year. So Earl,
yes.
What do you want people to know about your music?
Well, I know it sounds corny, but it comes from my heart. I don't know. It feels like I have very little to do with it. It just comes through me, and the worst thing you can do is try to fake it or force it to be something, like that. Is you're gonna have to let it be what it's gonna be. That's the best advice I could give. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's hardly ever gonna be what you think it is, and it's and that has to be good. I mean, you'll know if it's bad. It's not going to be bad. but we have all these thoughts in our head.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put sounds together, and they one dimension, two dimension becomes something. The third thing that you didn't hear coming. It's like I used to when I started recording and doing multiple voices,
mm-hmm.
like what they call overdubbing.
Yeah,
and I would do two voices. And I'd hear a third something, and it would sound like my mother, because she was a singer who I didn't mention, Ruby Whitaker. We could talk about her
another day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but you could look at it on YouTube.
Okay,
on YouTube you can see on there, and so I would hear that in my head. So I just keep it moving, and just you don't know what it's gonna be. You just gotta keep trying and. I'll get another name.
One more, because we got to wrap
Chris
up.
Chris Davis, Big Dog Chris Davis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, Chris.
Very fine gentleman.
He did quality control for me on You Make My Day. He really did. He hired me to do some work on his EP or a CD,
mm-hmm.
and I called him, and he came out to the studio where we were, and he did quality control for me.
All right.
And he fixed what needed to be fixed.
Got to wrap up here,
okay.
Earl. Thank you so much for coming in and doing this. We have been talking about this, and now it's the second time. So I appreciate you, Earl Whitaker, for coming in.
I appreciate you too, Michelle. Thank you so much.
And Harry, thank you, and play us out with something from You Make My Day. Earl Whitaker.
Time, you're my favorite lover. You make my day every night, loving me like no other. Oh yeah. Can't you understand? I'm such a happy man from this joy you bring me. If you take my hand, we'll go to Wonderland. 'Cause you make my day. You make my day, my day. You make my day every time with your style of loving. You make my day with your kisses. Can't get enough of them. Ooh, yeah. You make my day in every way. So glad I discovered. Hey, your love's got me spellbound. Hope I never recover. Ooh, yeah. Can't you understand? I'm such a happy man from this joy